With rising voices within military and political corridors, India's intent regarding Pakistan-occupied Kashmir is becoming increasingly clear. Regaining control of its territory currently under Pakistan's illegitimate occupation is not a question that will wait for too long. Think tanks, defense analysts, and policymakers across the globe are evaluating the calculus. Should India wrest control of POK by force? The answer is yes. Not merely because POK is an integral part of India's sovereign territory, but because its return delivers a strategic edge that reshapes the Republic of Bharat. Taking back Pakistan-occupied Kashmir wouldn't just fix a border. It would open India's land route to Central Asia, a region rich in energy, minerals, and market potential. The key area is Gilgit-Baltistan, which touches Afghanistan's Wakhan corridor, a narrow strip that connects directly to Tajikistan. With this access, India could build roads and railways from Ladakh to Kabul and then onwards to Central Asian countries like Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, and Tajikistan. Right now, India trades only about $2 billion a year with Central Asia, mostly sending medicines, engineering goods, and receiving gas, oil, and fertilizers. But the problem is connectivity. Goods take 45 to 60 days to reach these countries, often via long sea routes through Iran or Russia. If India had direct land access through POK, that time could drop to 10 to 15 days, cutting costs by up to 30%. Apart from faster trade, it's about building influence too. Central Asia has over 70 million people, and India could become a key supplier of affordable medicines, textiles, and food. Indian PSUs like ONGC Videsh, GAIL, and IRCON have already shown interest in energy and infrastructure projects in the region. With better roads, railways, and trade finance, India could boost its exports and add $10 to $15 billion in trade every year. But this would not be simple or quick. Securing Pakistan-occupied Kashmir requires a carefully phased military campaign, with the opening effort focused on achieving air superiority. That means neutralizing the enemy's layered air defense network, the long-range surveillance radars, fire control nodes, and the mobile short-to-medium-range SAM batteries forward deployed in and around POK. Initial strikes would prioritize radar nodes and SAM sites, then move to degrade local command and control centers in Muzaffarabad and Mirpur to slow Pakistani coordination. Forward airfields such as Skardu and Gilgit could be disabled early. Both host quick reaction fighter detachments and logistics that can generate sorties into the theater. Recent operational lessons show the value of clearing the air picture first, then using precision standoff munitions from Rafales and armed drone swarms to finish hardened targets. Once control of the skies is secured, ground troops could move in quickly to take and hold key areas. Special forces go in first to destroy runways, fuel storage, and bridges, cut off enemy communication, and guide the next wave of troops. Bhairav battalions, fast-moving light infantry, could capture mountain passes and high ground to block enemy movement and hold forward positions. Mechanized units follow these routes, using tanks and armored vehicles to push deeper and expand control. Artillery and rocket units set up overlapping fire zones to stop enemy counterattacks and cut off reinforcements. Combat engineers and communication teams would be required, strengthen captured areas with trenches, barriers, and backup command systems. All these moves require coordination through real-time intelligence and command networks, so units can act fast, take advantage of openings, and lock down territory before the enemy regroups. Following any successful reclamation of Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, the question of integration with India would hinge not just on military outcomes, but on the lived realities of the people across the line of control. The contrast across the LOC has grown increasingly stark over the past decade, offering a compelling case for why many in POK may view integration with India not as annexation but as liberation. In J&K, sustained public investment has transformed the region's economic and social landscape. The 2025-26 budget earmarked Rs 1.12 lakh crore for infrastructure, education, healthcare, and rural development, reflecting a governance model focused on long-term growth and stability. This has translated into a gross state domestic product of Rs 2.88 lakh crore, with per capita income rising to approximately $2,500. This boom has not only revitalized local economies, but also created thousands of jobs in hospitality, transport, and handicrafts. Across the border, POK paints a far bleaker picture. With a per capita GDP hovering less than $1,000, the region suffers from chronic underinvestment, unreliable electricity, and minimal access to healthcare. Islamabad's annual per capita expenditure in POK is estimated to be just 1/16th of what India spends in J&K. This neglect has bred deep frustration. Recently, protests erupted across Muzaffarabad, Mirpur, and Gilgit-Baltistan. The demonstrations escalated into violent clashes after Pakistani security forces opened fire, killing civilians. This discontent mirrors the pre-2014 conditions in Crimea, where years of economic stagnation and political alienation under Ukrainian governance created fertile ground for Russian annexation. In POK, a similar vacuum of opportunity and dignity has left many residents disillusioned with the Pakistani state. With India's parliament having already passed a resolution affirming its claim over the entire region of Jammu and Kashmir, including POK, the groundwork for political integration is in place.